Welcome to Quays News. I'm Will Upton.
And I'm Emily Thompson, and in today's top headlines, the Royal Bolton Hospital has issued a warning following a norovirus outbreak. 6 wards have been affected by the outbreak of the stomach bug, which causes vomiting and diarrhoea. Bolton NHS Foundation Trust has this morning asked visitors to wash their hands thoroughly to help prevent the spread of the virus and keep patients and staff safe.
Disgraced former film producer Harvey Weinstein has had his 2020 rape conviction overturned on appeal. The New York Court of Appeals said prosecutors in the pivotal #MeToo case called witnesses whose accusations were not part of charges against him. The court said this meant he was unfairly tried for past behaviour and ordered a new trial. Weinstein remains in prison. He was separately convicted of rape in LA.
And a man who set himself on fire outside Trump's Manhattan hush money trial has died. Maxwell Azzarello doused himself in a liquid before throwing conspiracy theory pamphlets into the air. It happened as the jury selection for Mr. Trump's trial was completed. He was taken to hospital on Friday in critical condition, where he later died.
Next today, the rate of children struggling to manage their emotions is increasing, but with an already packed curriculum, finding time to teach emotional regulation can be tough for teachers.
St David's Primary School in Swansea shares the difficulties they're facing regarding the emotional support and education of children. Here's Abby with more.
The UK Department of Education states that by the end of primary school, children should know how to judge whether what they are feeling and how they are behaving is appropriate and proportionate. However, a survey of 500 teachers showed more than 6 in 10 worry they're spending too long dealing with their students' emotional needs and not enough time educating them. 330 primary teachers participated in a study commissioned by the Anna Freud National Centre for Children and Families and agreed that teachers should receive proper training for this.
As a teacher myself, I feel I don't do enough. We have had courses ourselves. It's a lot to take in, and time doesn't really allow us to do all emotional if we've got to do the curriculum as well.
The Children's Society's Good Childhood Report 2023 shows that the well-being of children and young people aged 10 to 15 in the UK has declined over the past 11 years. Head teacher Liz Rogers thinks schools have an important role to play in helping children with their mental health.
I think for children these days, there's so many influences that they have, for example, social media or accessing certain things. As a school, I think we need to try to ensure that we are creating a calm atmosphere. I think there is a lot more that we can do. We have introduced the Daily Mile, where children are able to run.
The UK government states self-regulation in childhood is associated with better mental health, life satisfaction and well-being in adulthood. So, do students feel supported?
I think the school can help us more by bringing specialists to help us better and help us with our emotional regulations.
A survey commissioned by the Mental Health Foundation found that 1 in 10 children feel they have no one to talk to in schools when they feel sad or worried. More than a quarter of these children said that they got into fights because of this, indicating that a lack of support is causing children to have problems regulating their own emotions. Although schools are trying their best, there seems to be a desire for improvement when it comes to the emotional support and education of children.
James Bryan is a long-distance runner who recently announced that he will be trying for the 5k world record. Bryan recently joined Bury Athletics Club after years of being self-taught and entering competitions without a club.
The athlete is adamant that, with the use of his newfound resources and facilities, he will be able to beat the existing record. Bryan now has professional training sessions once a week and maintains his regular off-track running with friends.
Yeah, I've been working closely with my coaches and they've been training me to beat those times, find ways to cut down on anything and really boost my potential. They believe in me, I believe in me, and hopefully in the not too distant future I can get up there, beat them.
Well, it's an exciting weekend coming up in the world of sport.
Here's Jude and Jake to tell us more.
Manchester City thrashed Brighton 4-0 last night in the Premier League, with goals from Julian Alvarez, Kevin De Bruyne and local lad Phil Foden, who scored a brace. City will be hoping Tottenham will do them a favour tomorrow Sunday by beating title rivals Arsenal before facing Nottingham Forest at 4:30.
Manchester United fan Luke Littler taunted Darts fans last night in Liverpool by reminding the Liverpool fans in attendance of the score of Wednesday's Merseyside derby. The 17-year-old backed this up by winning the night after a 6-2 win over Rob Cross in the final.
The Chicago Bears selected 22-year-old Caleb Williams in the 2024 NFL Draft with a record of 6 quarterbacks taken in the first 12 picks. No defensive players were taken in the top 10 for the first time in history. There will be 6 further rounds of selections over Friday and Saturday.
That's all your sports news. Back to you, Will and Emily.
In today's entertainment news, Eminem has announced the release of his 12th studio album, The Death of Slim Shady, due to be released this summer.
It comes shortly before his appearance at the NFL Draft, which precedes a social media trailer showing a true crime discussing the death of his alter ego Slim Shady.
The Grammy winner's last album, released in 2020, debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200.
Bridget Jones fans are in for a fix as a 4th film is set for release, with Leo Woodall and Hugh Grant on board to join the Oscar nominee Renee Zellweger playing Bridget Jones herself.
The trifecta of films so far features a likeable Bridget caught in a love triangle between Daniel Cleaver, Mark Darcy and Jack Quaint.
The 4th film, set to begin filming in May, is called Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy. It is expected to be based on the 2013 Helen Fielding book of the same title.
While the plot is uncertain, it is believed it will focus on Jones's pivot to online dating, coupled with a racy dalliance with a much younger man, believed to be played by Leo Woodall. Mr. Grant. What a man. Anyway, speaking of stuff that gets you hot and sweaty.
Here's Fionn with the weather.
It is a lovely day here in Salford and the sun is out this morning despite the slight chill in the air. There will be clouds appearing throughout the day with scattered showers developing in the afternoon, and we'll be lucky enough to have some late evening sunshine to end the day. There will be a mixture of sunny spells on Saturday with showers breaking out through the afternoon once again. Unfortunately, there is a chance of heavy rain on Sunday morning too, but it will ease off later in the day. Despite all the weather changes, the temperature will maintain at 11 degrees over the weekend period.
Thank you, Fionn. Let's hope the sun keeps fighting through. That's all the stories for today.
We've been Quays News. Have a good weekend.